Hey there, parents. The question I've got a lot lately is how do we Schoology? We know Muncie has Schoology as our LMS, learning management system, and kids are busy doing assignments and quizzes and tests on that every day. But how do we as a parent jump in and see what they're doing on Schoology? Well, it's very easy. Let's start by going to Schoology.com. I'm going to click sign up as a parent. It's going to ask you for an access code. This is a parent access code provided to you by your child's instructor. So if your student's teacher has not given that to you yet, make sure you ask for that. There's a specific unique code for every student that allows you to connect to them. If your child has 7 teachers, that's okay. That one code will connect you to all of their classes. Once you put this code in, you're going to be prompted to make your own account with your own username, email, all that information. That's yours. But that code allows you to connect to the kids' account and see what they're doing. There's also a mobile app that can help you check on grades and see what's going on. Once you sign in, and I'm signing in on a different page, and I'll bring you my fake student here. This is Susie Schoology. So I have signed in as Father Schoology, her father, and I can now see what's going on at her school and see what's going on in her class. As a parent, you are simply viewing their activities. You have a view-only right of student activity. You can't submit their assignments. You can't take their test. You can't do all that, but you can click around and see what the kid sees and view. You can see grades, see when things are due, see information, important information that's going on at the school, those types of things. I personally think the best way to use this too is to have your kids open up their account and show you around, and that will help you learn how to use Schoology from their standpoint. Different teachers use Schoology different ways. Different classes are set up in different ways. So sitting down with your kid and having them drive you through Schoology and showing you the types of things they do in Schoology, to me, is the best way to learn Schoology. But here's some things you can view as a parent too. I'll sign in as Father Schoology. I see Northside Middle School because that's where Susie goes. Anything that was posted to Northside Middle School, all users of Northside Middle School, I see. Birthdays, announcements. Miss Lucy does a great job posting announcements every day. Miss Church has posted some things for 8th graders. Miss Lucy again. And when Mr. Grimm posts important information, you'll see it right here on this feed. Now, if I go look at my menu bar at the top, I click courses. I don't have any because I'm a parent. I'm not enrolled in courses. I don't have groups. I don't have resources. So you'll see those things are empty right away because you're not a member of those. Your calendar will probably be empty as well. We're here mostly to see what our kids see. So I go click Father Schoology, and that brings me to a drop down where I have Susie Schoology, and I have the option to add another child. If you have more than one kid in Muncie Community Schools, you can easily add that kid with their unique username or unique parent access code and see what's going on in their classes too. But right now, let's stick with Susie. When I click Susie, once again, I see Northside stuff because Susie goes to Northside, but I also see her recent activities. She submitted an item to a Khan Academy statistics activity. All of these things are linked. I can actually click this activity and see the activity in the class. She also received a 0 out of 10 for After the Fire. And right here it says she had submitted After the Fire. I might want to know more about After the Fire and see why she got that grade. You can see it's hyperlinked, and I can click it and go see After the Fire. We'll do that here in a second. As I scroll down, I see more things from Northside Middle School, but now I also see things from her specific courses. Miss Collins posted Math 6, Section 1, so I get to see what Miss Collins posted. Miss Carty posted the weekly update in English 6 and provided a video. How awesome. So I can see what Miss Carty's doing for the week. So this will give you the feed of what's going on at Northside and in Susie's classes. Also on this homepage, we have shortcuts to graded assignments, graded tests, graded quizzes, and graded discussions. And as we click into here, all of these things would also be, she doesn't have anybody because it's a fake student. But right here, we also see overdue assignments. And you'll see that all of these are clickable. I could click every single one of these assignments, go in and look at assignment details, any files or videos the teachers attached to assignments. And if they were graded, I would be able to see grades too. So you can see Susie's got lots of overdue assignments because she doesn't exist. As we scroll down, though, past all of her countless overdue assignments, Hopefully your child doesn't have that many. We see the actual upcoming assignments. And these are the things that Susie has coming up. These are also clickable, so I can go in and see details. Can't do them, can't turn them in, can't comment on them, but I can go see them and see what Susie has to do and see the grades later. Just a quick reminder or quick information for you of these logos. This little blue puzzle piece, this means this is going to be an assessment, kind of like a test. Doesn't always have to be a test, but it's made in the test maker. This little logo here means there's an assignment. Usually there's something to submit to that assignment, or maybe a link out to something like IXL. You'll have to check with your individual child's teachers for how they create assignments and what they specifically create in their courses. And then right down here, you'll see a calendar event. Miss Carty has put an event on the calendar. That's awesome. That's a Zoom meeting. When I click into this Zoom meeting, sweet, I'll see information on this and even the link to the Zoom meeting. So this is how my child is going to connect to Miss Carty's class and have class for that day. Let's come back out to the home page. And that's a quick overview of a lot of these shortcuts. One thing we'll notice in Schoology, there are about 5 ways to get to everything. I can go into Susie's courses and find assignments. I can find them on her calendar. I can find them in graded. I could find them possibly in overdue if they're overdue. I could find them in upcoming. And I can see some assignments right here in this feed of what Susie's done. There's lots of different ways to get to the same thing. Before we go into a course, though, let's look at her calendar. This is one of my favorite pieces. When teachers put dates on assignments, dates on events like Miss Carty's Zoom meeting, they will pop up on the calendar. To me, this is probably the easiest way for you to find things. Rather than you having to go into math or into English or into reading as a parent, you can simply go to the calendar. Hover over the event, it'll tell you a little bit more about it, and you can actually click the event right here and go into that class. As a parent, I think this is the easiest way to access your kids' assignments because they're all in one place for you. However, if you're curious about individual courses, we can click courses. Now remember, we're in here as Susie Schoology, so now courses appear. Here's her English, math, reading, and science class. We're going to go in math class and find that after the fire activity. Now, each course has a menu to the left side, all the materials are in the middle, and then you also have an upcoming feed on the right side giving you shortcuts to things in the courses. Different courses are set up in different ways. Again, you'll have to check with your child's individual teacher on how their course is set up. However, again, my favorite bit of advice to you is to sit down with your child and have your child walk you through their Schoology page. And they will be able to tell you, oh, this is how Miss Collins does this. Oh, this is where Miss Collins puts that. I think that'll help explain it a lot better as well. So you see Miss Collins has things organized by month. That helps out. And she has a special folder at the top called e-learning. So I know that's what's going on right now. And look, inside here, she has hers organized by week. So I can clearly see what's going on. I'm going to go into week 1 because I know where this is where that after the fire assignment is, and I want to click on it and learn a little bit more about why Susie failed it. 0 out of 10, 1 attempt on a quiz. She submitted it. She spent 1 minute on it. Maybe that's why she got a 0. When I click view, I can see the actual answers that Susie put. So being able to click into assignments, assessments, quizzes, tests, all these different things can give you a little bit more information about what's going on. I'm going to follow my breadcrumbs back. If you notice here, I did a lot of clicks. I'm in her test, after the fire, in e-learning week 1, in the e-learning folder, in math. So if I follow these breadcrumbs back, I can go right into math class and see some other things going on. I'm going to go into e-learning week 2. I know I tried to submit an assignment in here. Nope, not there. Follow my breadcrumbs back. Let's go back to math here and let's look into e-learning week 3. There we go. There's a Khan Academy statistics assignment. You also see this nice little objectives page that Miss Collins provided so you can see what's going on in this week. This is an assignment I know Susie did. That's why I spent the time to actually come here. Again, Susie's made up, so I had to jump into a few assignments so you can see what's going on. So here are the parameters of Miss Collins statistics assignment, and you see right over here, I have a submission and it's late. So if a teacher gives an assignment, you can go into that assignment and see if the student actually submitted. Sometimes the student does the work, they made the slideshow, they made the presentation, they typed on the form, but they didn't actually submit it back to their teacher. Therefore, grade's not in there. And you can also see that Susie's a little late. If I click Susie's submission, I actually see what she turned in, a picture of what she turned in. Awesome. And there's no grade yet, and there's no comment by Miss Collins. So when there is, I can see that. Now, again, I specifically went to that assignment because Susie doesn't have very many in here. As I said before, it might be easier for you to go to the calendar or even to go to the grade report to find assignments. You can pick a subject. You can pick the quarter, and there are all of the list of assignments and grades for those assignments. If you have an individual question about an individual assignment, simply click it, go into the assignment to see what it's all about. Different assignments are going to look different ways. This looks like a quiz, and it's closed. There's no, Susie made no attempts. So really, you're going to have to click around a little bit, see what kind of things your child is doing, look at quiz grades, look at scores, look at submissions, and kind of see what they're doing. Different classes are going to be set up slightly different. Let's take a cruise around English. We'll see the English. Miss Carty has it set up by weeks. That's pretty easy for me to follow. She's got some discussions posted in here. I can open any of these folders and see what's going on. I can also look at grades in this individual class. Look at assignments in here. Let's go to courses and look at reading. Mr. Young. Mr. Young's got some assignments out here. I've got some discussions. I have some tests, some blue puzzle pieces, and I've got some folders for different stories that information and quizzes are posted into. And then finally, let's go look at science. Miss Collins again has this organized by unit, planets and solar system, and she's got an e-learning folder, and you see some upcoming work. So there's lots and lots and lots of things to click in Schoology, and you can click into individual assignments themselves. If it's an assignment, you can see if your child has submitted. If it's a quiz or a test, you can see their grade, you can see their score, and you can just generally look and see what kind of things they're doing. How your kids' classes are set up are going to differ by the teacher. So definitely sit down with your child and ask about a class. You can sit down with them, have them show them your Schoology, but this gives you the power to log in, look at it like Susie's Schoology or your child and say, hey, what's in this e-learning folder? Hey, what's this after the fire quiz? And have a little bit more information. Before we leave, quick reminder, I can always click the top corner here to come back to the home page, back to the feed. I can come in here and I can switch view as Father Schoology or Susie Schoology, add child. You can actually change your profile if you'd like to, add a picture, add information about yourself. You'll see that in each course, teachers should or will have a profile too, and you can read more about the teachers in some cases. And I think the most important tool, the three most important tools I think as a parent are going to be this feed right here. This is what's going on at your school. This is what Susie's done recently. Here are grades. This is going to show you the assignments and the scores on them by class. If you have a question about that assignment, click the assignment. Feel free to click around. Again, you have view only rights, so you can't really mess anything up. Click around, see what you can see. And the third most important parent tool, in my opinion, is this calendar, because this calendar puts all of those classes in one place. Wow, I got a lot of stuff to do Friday. Now remember, that might not all be homework. That could be a Zoom meeting. That could be the teacher posted a story to read. That could be an assignment. That could be a short quiz, but all of this is in one place. So feel free to dip your toes in the Schoology world, pop in, see what's going on, ask your student for help, but this gives you your own window into the Schoology world to see what's going on in your student's class. I hope that helps, Muncie. Have a good evening.